What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Five Star Showtime, and this is the Five Star Show. If you're hearing me, you're seeing this on Periscope at the Five Star Show, also on YouTube at the Five Star Show. They call me Five Star Showtime. We cover WWE, sports, gambling, and entertainment. I'm going to go ahead and get my plugs in real quick so that everybody knows what's up. I run the 5starshow.com. We cover everything from WWE, sports, gambling, entertainment, all of it. You can check out my website. We have a podcast that comes out every Monday evening that covers pretty much anything that I saw during the week, whether it's WWE, whether it's a bunch of sports stuff, the weekend gambling guide, whatever you want to know, we've got it. So check out that podcast. You can hear that on SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, and the 5starshow.com. So to give you a little story here, so it is 3:26 in the morning Central Standard Time. I am just a little bit outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and I just want to tell you guys what we're getting into here. I just got off work at 1 a.m. from delivering pizza, and I took about a 30-minute nap, and now we're going to watch WWE Super Showdown live on WWE Network starting here in about 30 minutes or so. What this is going to do is just kind of break down some of my predictions. My predictions have been wrong in the past, but they're here for you, and somebody's going to make the predictions, so I don't mind being wrong. I just talk about what I feel. Why are we doing this? So, number one, I'm a fan. I want everybody to know that, first and foremost, this is for the fans. I enjoy wrestling, and I want to share my thoughts with you. But number two, a lot of major websites are taking a hard pass on this. They are like, hey, it's a 4 in the morning wrestling show. Forget that. We're not going to cover it. Or they'll have some intern cover it. Well, we don't have interns here. We don't have staff. I am the staff. I run the show. I am the show. I do everything from make sure the website is up to make sure that the articles are up. I do 95% of everything here. So this is for you. We're an up and coming website. We've been seen and heard in over 15 different countries, pretty much every state except for Alaska and the Dakotas and Montana. For some reason, nobody's checking out the site over there. So if there's something we can do for you in North Dakota, South Dakota, or maybe Montana, let me know so I can get some clicks over there. But otherwise, we're a serious website. It's been around since the end of January. We debuted for Royal Rumble, and there's a lot of major sites that you probably click on that have given this a hard pass. We're not going to do it. We're here to provide live entertainment for you. So who all's out there with me? Looks like I got a few of you on Periscope, few of you on YouTube. If you're watching this, you're crazy like me. My girlfriend, she's off camera. She's even crazier than me. I got her into this, and now she's helping me run everything. So I'm going to have to marry her at some point. We already have a child together. Might as well marry her, but not tonight. We'll do that later. So let's talk about what we've got going on. So these are my predictions for WWE Super Showdown. If you want to follow along, you can check them out on the 5starshow.com. The article is WWE Super Showdown predictions. Before we get into that, I just want you to know that we are going to be doing live play-by-play, not every single move, but kind of a Cliff Notes edition of what's going on in each match. So if you're not watching this right now and you want to check it out later and just kind of recap what happened, where the site to go to, it's the 5starshow.com. There's also going to be a post show where we recap everything that happened with WWE Super Showdown. And I'm finally going to open these cards that I got, I believe, for Father's Day. I got these cards from the girlfriend. I haven't opened them yet. I told her I was going to open them at SummerSlam. I told her I was going to open them for Greatest Royal Rumble. Now I'm going to finally open them. Apparently, there's an Undertaker card in here. So we're going to check those out on the post show. So let's go over some of my predictions here. First of all, we're going to start off with the Cruiserweight Championship. Full disclosure, I don't watch a lot of 205 Live, but I'm just going to make an easy pick here. They've got to have some title change at this show. What these shows are, whether it's Australia or whether it's Saudi Arabia, they're basically glorified house shows. Well, in order to make it not a house show, you got to have some title changes. I think the most obvious title change that we're going to see is the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy, probably going to win this title. He is from Australia. Cedric Alexander has had the title for about 6 months now. I think this is a great opportunity to go ahead and switch the title and put it on Buddy Murphy. Next up, we've got Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins versus the Riot Squad. Now, I've struggled with this one because normally I try to overthink it. I try to book the matches myself, like what I would do. And the rumor has been for about the last month now that at WWE Evolution, we're going to see Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. Well, we have to get there at some point, but we haven't seen anything yet that's going to get us there. Is this the night where the Bellas cost Rousey a victory? Maybe there's some infighting. I'm gonna stick with Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins until further notice. I think they're gonna win it. We may see some signs of a, "Hey, what was that?" or "Hey, what's going on here? Are you really on my side?" But I don't think we're gonna get the full out turn where Nikki turns on Ronda or vice versa until later on. We've still got about 3 weeks until Evolution. I think that story is gonna play out over Monday Night Raw instead of just taking a big turn here at this show. So I'm going Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins to defeat the Riot Squad. In a match that I don't know why is here other than the Iconics are from Australia, it's Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics. Really? Asuka's dead at this point. Remember when she was undefeated and she was a big deal? Yeah, that is not the case anymore. The only reason I can think of this match being here is maybe we're going to get to our long awaited women's tag team division. If so, the Iconics would be a great add, in addition to that. I'm just going with the hometown pick here. Um, Billy and Peyton, I think they're going to end up winning this somehow, some way, even if it's by cheating or some sort of heel tactics. I think the Iconics are going to win. A lot of times on WWE shows, the hometown favorite ends up losing. I don't think that's gonna be the case here because this isn't your regular show. This is kind of a special edition type thing. So I think they're gonna wanna see the Australian people win. That's why I'm going with the Iconics. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and sip this unofficial sponsor. I don't wanna show their label, but they're good stuff. If they wanna support the show, I'll be glad to take their money though, or their beer. Next up, I'm gonna go with the Shield against the Pack or the Dogs or the Hounds or whatever the hell they're called. Braun, Dolph, and Drew. This is another easy pick for me. I'm going with the usual WWE thinking. Whoever kicks ass on Monday Night Raw before the pay-per-view ends up losing at the pay-per-view. Braun won the Iron Man match way earlier in the year. Braun seems to look strong on Monday nights. He ends up losing the pay-per-views. If you watch Monday Night Raw, Braun, Dolph, and Drew totally annihilated the Shield, just wiped them all out. So what's that mean? That means the Shield is going to win on this one. It's kind of disappointing to me that none of the Universal title, Intercontinental title, United States title, none of those are being defended here. The Intercontinental title is a major title that The Miz made, super relevant. And now it's on Seth Rollins, who should really be showcasing it because the Intercontinental title matters and Seth Rollins is a hell of a performer. It's not even on this card. So that's a little bit disappointing. And of course, Shinsuke, he got screwed with the US title, but he's not on this show, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. But I'm going with the Shield here. I think they're going to be victorious. Next up, let's talk about the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I think there's going to be a title change or two on this card. I don't think it's going to be this one. New Day rocks. The Bar will eventually get the titles. There's going to be so many feuds with the New Day and when the Bludgeon Brothers come back. Sanity. Who am I leaving out here? The Usos. There's going to be so many options. SmackDown Tag Team Division is just super loaded. But right now, we're going to keep it on the New Day. I think they're going to retain their championships. Speaking of retaining their championships, Becky Lynch. Okay, Becky Lynch has been on fire. If you read the reports out there, Vince McMahon is super happy with what's been going on with Becky Lynch's heel turn. Whether she's a heel or whether you cheer, it doesn't matter. What it's done is it's really emphasized her character, and she has made a huge impact since this turn on Charlotte. It is way too early to take the title off Becky Lynch at this point. I know you got to get to 16 titles somehow with Charlotte, but now's not the time. Becky Lynch is going to retain. For those of you just joining us, this is the WWE Super Showdown pre-show presented by the 5starshow.com. If you're watching this, you're checking it out on YouTube at the 5-Star Show or Twitter on Periscope at the 5-Star Show. You can follow me at 5-Star Showtime. That's my name. I am a big WWE fan. You can see the authentic belt right there. And follow along for live updates on the 5starshow.com. So whether you are asleep right now, you're just going to kind of breeze through it later on, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, you're going to have some Cliff Notes versions from me on the website, the5starshow.com. I appreciate all you guys watching and listening so far. We're going to continue to break down this card with my predictions. This one here, I have to take a deep breath before this one because I have got this prediction wrong so many times over the last few weeks. Number one contenders match for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. I have predicted Daniel Bryan to win basically every match he's been in since he returned from concussion. I'm kind of over the Miz feud. I think that he needs to move on to something else. This is where I think Daniel Bryan wins. The Miz won by cheating at Hell in a Cell and by cheating at SummerSlam. This is where I really think that Daniel Bryan gets his victory, and I'm going to fantasy book this one here. I think this would be perfect. Daniel Bryan wins tonight. He gets his WWE Championship opportunity maybe at the Royal Rumble. The Miz ends up winning the Royal Rumble, and then they fight for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. I think that would be an ideal scenario for both of them. That would give Daniel Bryan his WWE Championship to kind of secure his place after this return from the concussions. And then maybe The Miz beats him at WrestleMania. So The Miz gets a well-deserved WWE Championship run. The first Miz Championship run was, shit on by a lot of people. But what he's done over the last few years with the IC title, the promos, everything that's just been so spectacular from Miz, I think he's deserving of a WWE Championship run a little bit later on. Maybe that comes at WrestleMania. So I'm going Daniel Bryan here, but I've picked him the last 2 or 3 pay-per-views, and I've been wrong. Now, the WWE Championship, okay? The belt. If you've ever read my tirades before on the 5starshow.com or on Twitter at 5Star Showtime, the WWE Championship is the most important title in WWE. It drives me insane that it cannot headline a pay-per-view. And this really should headline the pay-per-view because you don't have the Universal title being defended. But of course, Undertaker and Triple H, they're going to headline. I'll give them a pass because I'll give Undertaker a pass. I'm an Undertaker mark. I don't care if he's 30, 40, 50, 80, 90 years old. When the gong hits, I'm standing up out of my chair. It's going to be like 8 in the morning when Undertaker's music hits, and my daughter will be up. She's 2. The sun will be up, and the gong's going to go off. It's going to be fucking awesome. So I'm going to give it a pass for the WWE Championship, most likely not headlining this show right now, just for The Undertaker. I have picked against AJ Styles the last probably year. I thought Shinsuke was going to beat him. I thought Shinsuke would beat him again. I thought Samoa Joe would beat him the second time. I keep picking against AJ Styles, and I keep being proved wrong. But what am I going to do? I'm going to pick him against him again. A broken clock is correct twice a day, right? So here's why I think this time AJ Styles finally drops the WWE Championship. AJ has got the cover of the new WWE 2K19 video game, which, by the way, their commercials look spectacular. I wish the video games were as awesome as the commercials. There's still not a WWE wrestling game out there better than No Mercy, even though SmackDown 2 Know Your Role is awesome. WCW NWO Revenge is pretty awesome. There's nothing that can go against No Mercy. I still have No Mercy on Nintendo 64. But anyways, AJ Styles, he has the cover of the video game that I believe the pre-release is coming out actually today. You can buy that now. He just passed CM Punk for most combined days as WWE champion, excuse me. I think that WWE really wanted somebody other than Punk to have that record. Now AJ Styles has that record. Samoa Joe's been on fire. He almost won the belt at the last pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, with the tap-out finish. This is the time to put it on Samoa Joe. Give AJ a little bit of a break. Let Samoa Joe run with the WWE Championship. Because you got to remember, as accomplished as Samoa Joe is, and as much as I love him, He's a two-time NXT champion. He hasn't won shit in the WWE on the main roster. He's not a United States champion. He's not a tag team champion. He's not an intercontinental champion. Samoa Joe's got to win something. So this is the time for Samoa Joe to win the WWE championship. But like I say, I've picked against AJ the last probably 5 or 6 times at least, and I've been wrong every time. Now, the final match, at least on my book here, the last time ever with Undertaker with Kane in his corner against Triple H and Shawn Michaels in his corner. As much as I love The Undertaker, I think the only reason for this match to happen is to lead to something else. If this does close the show, we may have a disappointing ending of the match, ending of the evening or morning, I guess, wherever you're at. Morning here, it'll be like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Meaning that I don't think we're going to get a final conclusion. Kind of like the Roman Reigns Hell in a Cell match where we didn't get an ending conclusion here. I think this match is designed to set up something else. Whether it's a full-on Shawn Michaels return, whether it's a tag team match with everybody in here, this isn't going to end anything. Undertaker already beat Triple H at the 2 WrestleManias. They had a no DQ match, I believe, or a no holds barred match. Then they had a Hell in a Cell match where Undertaker won. That was a great match. I very much enjoyed it. There's no reason for Undertaker to win here because I don't think Triple H is retiring anytime soon. I don't think this is a match where Triple H retires the Undertaker. I think this just leads to something else. So my pick here is Triple H with Shawn Michaels. Somehow Shawn Michaels gets involved, costs Undertaker the match, and this leads to something else. I don't think this is an end-all, be-all. So to review my picks, we have it on record. When I'm wrong, at least we'll have it. I'm going Buddy Murphy, Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins, the Iconics, John Cena and Bobby Lashley. I don't know if I even broke that one down. That's the easiest one to pick. Elias and Kevin Owens, they are foolproof at this point. They drew nuclear heat, like attitude era heat for the Supersonics reference. If you don't watch basketball, there was actually a preseason game there tonight with Golden State. Seattle loves their basketball. They love the Seattle Supersonics. But Elias just murdered them with the mic on Monday when they were in Seattle. Elias and Kevin Owens could lose every single match. It doesn't matter. John Cena, Bobby Lashley, they're going to win here. I personally don't love Leo Rush. I'm not a big fan of his. I know he's the 23-year-old mouth of gold or whatever he is, but he's not my favorite. But at least it's given Bobby Lashley something because Bobby Lashley has the look, the skill. He just doesn't have the charisma. And John Cena, he got squashed at Mania. He's not being brought back to Australia to lose this. So we've got Buddy Murphy. He's going to win the Cruiserweight Championship. That's one title change. I'm going with Rousey and the Bella Twins. I don't feel 100% confident in that because of the rumors of Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. We got to get there at some point, but I don't think it's this. Maybe this plants the seed, but I don't think we're there yet. I'm going with the Hometown Iconics. I'm going with John Cena, Bobby Lashley. Going with The Shield. New Day, they're going to retain their SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Becky Lynch, way too early to take the belt off of her. She's going to defeat Charlotte. I'm going with Daniel Bryan in the number 1 contenders match for the WWE Championship to defeat The Miz. Like I say, I'm fantasy booking that. Daniel Bryan maybe wins the title at Royal Rumble. Miz wins the Royal Rumble and challenges him. I think I'm going to go with that theory. Samoa Joe finally gets it done, wins the WWE Championship. AJ got the WWE 2K19 cover. He's passed CM Punk for most combined days as champion. Samoa Joe's time is now because you got to remember he hasn't won anything. So, I mean, other than the NXT titles, he's never won any title on the main roster. And then finally, the last time ever, allegedly, Triple H and Shawn Michaels win this one somehow, some way. You've been watching the 5starshow.com WWE Super Showdown pre-show. We're going to have a post-show after the card is over with. That'll be, I would imagine, 8 or 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. It's currently 3:45 in the morning if you're watching me just outside of Nashville. On that post show, we're going to break down everything that we saw and give some spoilers for the people that aren't crazy and are actually going to watch this at like noon or tomorrow night or whenever. We're also going to have full coverage of Conor McGregor's UFC fight tomorrow night. I'm going to take a nap after the WWE show, and then it's going to be all about UFC 229, Conor and Habib. So check us out on the 5starshow.com. You can get live play-by-play cliff notes if you want to watch it now or if you want to watch it later and kind of look back and see what happened. I'm going to provide that content for you. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at 5 Star Showtime. That's the number 5 Star Showtime. Or you can follow the site, the 5 Star Show, at the 5 Star Show. And if you want to check out the podcast where we talk about WWE, sports, gambling, entertainment, everything at all. Yes, Josh, this is a pre-show, by the way. I'm the pre-show. There's no real pre-show. I see your comment there. This is the closest thing to a pre-show that you're going to get. Sorry about that. But if you want to check out everything that we have to offer with the podcast, you can hear that on SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, and the 5starshow.com. We got about 14 minutes before the show kicks off, so I'm going to grab another adult beverage. I hope everybody enjoys the show. Interact with me on Twitter to see which one of you crazy people are actually watching the show live, and I look forward to interacting with you. Find me at 5 Star Showtime. This was the 5 Star Show, WWE Super Showdown pre-show. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it.